Our visual history now brings us to 1974 and the opening of our new set of buildings. The following films were taken by Don Elliott. There's Frank Haycraft again, Ted Raitt, church secretary at a later stage, Judy Whittaker, Barry Jenkins, Phil Jones, Muriel Coventry, Macintosh's return, Don Smith, and here we are, the opening of the new set of buildings. We invited Barry Jenkins back for this because he was the person who put it into our minds to do something with the land, to sell the corner block and to renew our buildings. Barry had been our minister in the early 1970s. Margaret Patterson, Judy Whittaker and Carol Colton, Kevin Colton, our minister in 1973-74 during the move. Here's a great shot looking from the back hall right through into the main building. This is a photo of the official board which I took in 1974. Unfortunately, Nell Fife has been cut off on the left. We lost the cross from the front of the building. The local scout group gave us the replacement. A visiting speaker with Kevin and Carol. Doing the landscaping. There's Frank Roberts in the foreground. Judy Whittaker's Sunday school class. The youth group, Margaret Patterson and the girls club. It's 1980 and we're celebrating our 25th anniversary. Dorothy McArdle is still there. We had 2 worship services that day. This is the early one, led by John Wadsworth. Preparing for lunch, there's Eileen and Joan. The treasurer and the secretary having a deep conversation. Our secretary at that time was John Schmode. There's Alan Clark, our minister at that time. Arriving for the 11 o'clock service. The Ryle family returning to Chadstone. Here's the Perry family arriving. There's a grown-up Sharon. Bruce McIntosh is speaking, and here's Don's piece de resistance of film. Jan McArdle, now Jan McFarlane, at lunch. At the end of the day, we all came out into the car park and fooled around. There's Frank Haycraft again. Alan and Lou Clark. Alan was our part-time minister during the early 1980s. Here's a picture of Alan and Nell Pfeiffer on a Friendship Club picnic. This was the total Sunday school by this time. More shots of the Friendship Club picnic. Rodney and Cheryl Lloyd. Rodney's been the only person to go from Chadstone to college. A feature of our church has been the Maundy Thursday night services. Here is one of them. The Wilson family. Ron was student minister for a while in the 1980s. Here's a great day in the life of the church. The treasurer pays off the church debt. And the next week, we welcome a new minister, Bruce Skillicorn. The church camp at Monbulk in 1981. A church concert. Harold Bischoff, our new minister. Muriel Bischoff with Shirley Flanders and the Girls Club in the Manse. Muriel Bischoff and the young mums in the Manse. Dorothy McArdle is about to leave us. Here's the farewell present. Unfortunately too, Harold and Muriel were to leave us. But we gained Paul and Heather Potter and their family to be a student minister at Chadstone. And we gained a new organist and filmmaker, Ian McWilliams. This is the whole Sunday school in 1985, quite a contrast from 1953. 1985 was also our 30th anniversary. Here's Paul Potter welcoming the visitors on that day.
Names in this list of apologies. Mrs. Nell Pfeiffer, from Chris and Alan Cooney, from Muriel and Harold Bischoff, from Mrs. May Evans, and from Emily and Clary Newham. That's the only ones I don't know, so maybe we'll meet them sometime when they visit. Now, to those of our special guests today who don't normally worship with us or who used to worship with us once upon a time, let's begin with Gordon and Leslie Sterling, who Gordon we're going to listen to later on as he brings us the sermon. We have Paula Cresswell and her sister, Anne-Marie Funder, here, who are going to sing to us later on in the worship. And Paula brought along her pianist, Wendy Guscott, all from Nunawading Church of Christ, and of course Dean Cresswell is here also, Paula's husband. Now, Neil and Thelma Wingad are here, and Mrs Ivy Coates. Ted and Margaret Wright are back. Rafe are back, sorry. I've forgotten your name already, you've only been gone a few months. Peter and Jenny Field and Timothy are here. Kevin and Carol Colton, those of you who perhaps haven't been here for a long time, Kevin and Nicholas. Kevin was a previous minister of this church here. Cheryl Lloyd and Clinton, and I should say, starting from the top, Justin, Catherine and Clinton are here. Mark and Prue, Darren. Now, Mark and Prue really, I'm not sure we've said farewell to Mark and Prue yet, but they've moved into their new home. So we're rating them as a visitor today, and Erin are here. John and Joyce Masterton, who are parents of Jeff, of course. Catherine Bird, who's Mark's friend, is here today. Good to see you, Catherine. And, of course, Jenny and Mark Lamont and Carly are here. So it's a special welcome to all of those guests, and a welcome to everyone else who's normally worships with us.
The Ladies Fitness Group. Young Mums. The Women's Fellowship, always a strength in any church. Marge Braid's flogging stuff on the footpath outside at a fete. A car wash at the same fete. Crazy whist night at Phil Jones's house. A meeting of the church leaders in the back hall. Over the years there have been many weddings in the church involving young people associated with the church. Here's the occasion when Alan Clark came back to officiate and Paul Potter assisted in the wedding of Rod and Tracy Turner.